Hello everyone and welcome to today's Arsenal versus Everton preview for the weekend's game that takes place at 3 o'clock. This is the Theo Walcott Mikel Arteta derby. Obviously Mikel, our manager, played for Everton in central midfield for a substantial period of his footballing career. So, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions? Are you nervous ahead of this game? Let's discuss some key talking points leading up to the Arsenal-Everton fixture. So, it has been reported from the club, I believe on the club's website, that they are arranging a memorial to Kevin Campbell prior to kickoff. Obviously, if you are in the London area, head down sort of 10 to, 10? 10, not 10 minutes, about half an hour prior to kickoff, maybe an hour, and they will be putting on sort of a display for Kevin Campbell. Obviously, Everton's last game was meant to have been against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, a game that they were going into obviously after the back of a 4-0 victory the game prior against Wolves, and Everton were then in good form. Liverpool had injuries going into that fixture, so it was looking like Everton could take that momentum and beat Liverpool. Now, however, it'll be remain to be seen the case with Everton. They obviously have a team that's quite physical. They have most of the players fit, and they have equally had a break of over a week, whereas Arsenal obviously played in midweek against Monaco in a convincing victory. So in terms of rest, the Everton players will probably have more rested players and potentially less fatigue. Going into this game. Could that play a part? Maybe. I mean, Everton are a renowned physical team under Sean Dyche. It's also fair to say that they are also a team going into this who are equally quite dangerous on set pieces. 56% of Everton's goals this season have come from set pieces, which goes to show that potentially they could damage any team, especially Arsenal, who, weirdly, I don't have any stats to back this up, but if you have watched Arsenal over the course of the last this season, they are quite susceptible to conceding set pieces. Not necessarily. Obviously, they have got the advantages of scoring many set pieces, but they are not the greatest in terms of defensively, in terms of corner kicks. They also did obviously concede a direct free kick, but that doesn't really count against West Ham. So, I mean, it counts as a goal, but I mean, it was a sublime free kick, which not many players would be able to replicate. Words today are not working, guys. But Arsenal do go into this in good form. Obviously, they did drop points against Fulham, which might be waning on the players' minds a bit. The Fulham result felt like a kick in the teeth. We dominated the game overall. We had very clear-cut chances and didn't seem to be able to finish them. And that sort of translated into the first half against Monaco. Obviously, Ødegaard missed a very, very good chance one-on-one. We also had poor finishers such as Gabriel Jesus, that is. He had two chances he should have slotted home early doors, and Martinelli also missed a very easy chance. We did obviously get our scoring boots on eventually and come and win that 3-0, and Miles Lewis-Skelly looked solid. But that hopefully will build the confidence, but we were very wasteful in front of goal. And I just feel that even if it has to come off his backside, Gabriel Jesus needs a goal sooner than later. He does not look at all confident. Like, there's Gabriel Jesus' level of finishing, which is not very good compared to other strikers. But then there's Gabriel Jesus' out of confidence level finishing, which is abysmal. So hopefully we can kick on. Hopefully we can do well against Everton. But I am not holding my breath. Let's put it that way. I think that it could be a tough game. Sean Dyche will play a low block, and we do struggle at breaking down a lot of teams. Sometimes we just need to have a shot from the edge of the box, but we don't seem to do so. It's Arsenal Football Club. We like to pass it in. That's fine. Pass it in or set piece it in at the moment anyway. My prediction is probably like a 2-1 victory, but I think if we go behind first in this game, we could really be in trouble. Because we're just not that good at deep blocks. But hopefully we do well. Also, something can I just say that worries me about Arsenal is the fact that we are very bad in transition situations. We're very bad at counter-attacking. We don't really have the pace to counter-attack to an elite ability. and that does come to cost us in some games. But hopefully, we can beat Everton here. Presuming the left backs that have been out recently are still out of the game, and I imagine this will still be a good test in terms of our squad depth in the team. Hopefully we can pass it with flying colours, but we never know. This is Arsenal Football Club again. We have been weak and we've had to use the likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly, who played very well in midweek, but that shows the amount of depth we have, the fact we're having to play an 18-year-old. That said, Sterling is part of that depth, and he is a player who hasn't had many minutes this season. Now, obviously, Martinelli seems out of form, a bit gone mentally at the moment. Hopefully, we can build his confidence up. But right now, he does not look like he's on it as well as he can be. Other than that, we obviously do have Trossard, who I thought was having a good game against Fulham, and then he got hooked. He didn't start well. First half he was poor, but he was performing the most sharp out of any of the attackers that we had on the pitch at the time. And then Arteta decided Martinelli's time to come on. And I felt like that was sort of against the run of play, because I thought Trossard was really building momentum on that left side, getting shots off, getting chances. And we moved Martinelli on, and it kind of killed the left-hand side, weirdly, which is a shame because I do really like Martinelli. He is one of my favourite Arsenal players at the moment. Well, not at the moment, but in terms of this group of players, I really do sort of connect with him. I like him a lot, and I have a lot of love for that kid. But he just isn't seeing it at the moment. He hasn't got the confidence at the moment. He isn't the ability he can be at the moment, and that's a shame. But interestingly enough, Sterling obviously hasn't had much game time, and it'd be interesting to see if he can get a start on that left hand side in tomorrow's game, maybe. I really hope he can be. I think it would be very interesting if he does get a chance, but I don't know if Arteta will sort of roll him in the deep end. I think if he does get another start, then maybe it could see a change in fortune for him. With the form of Trossard and Martinelli, Sterling's place in the squad could really increase if he put in a good performance. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll wait and see. I do hope that at some point this season Tierney gets a game. I love Kieran Tierney, and I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans have a lot of time for him. He played and he just didn't fit the manager's system, even though he was one of the bright sparks when we were pretty much a nothingness club. So I do hope the Tierney story ends better than it currently looks like it's going to. I'd imagine he's going to look to go on loan or something to Celtic, I'd imagine maybe in January or somewhere else. But that's that. So, predictions for the game. I think we'll probably win it, maybe 2-1. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who would you start in the game? I mean, predicted lineup would be, I'm going to go with, obviously the keeper, Raya. Saliba, Gabriel. No, is Gabriel still out? Saliba, Kivior. I'd imagine Gabriel will be out still. Miles Lewis-Skelly will probably play at left back if Calafiori's not back. Timber obviously came off the bench midweek. Maybe he's got a knock still. So I will go with Miles Lewis-Skelly. Then at right back, I would probably say that we will play Partey, but I would prefer to play Timber if he's available. I don't really like playing Partey at right back. Central midfields, we'd probably go with the Marino. He played at midweek, so he'll be back. Marino, Rice, and Erdegaard, I'd imagine. I think that's a good midfield. And they're all fully fit now. And then I go Saka. Personally, I play Sterling on the left to give him a go. I think that it'll be Trossard, just because of how Arteta acts. And then it'll be Kai Havertz, probably up front. Can't imagine Jesus getting another start, especially after he couldn't finish. But he did look sharp and he did offer a lot to the team. So that's a team I think that will start in midweek. We need to win it if we want any chance of a potential title race this season. We need to win every game over this December period, really. Obviously, dropping points to Fulham was a blow, but we are in good form overall. Only lost 1 in our last 8 or something like that. No, sorry, only drawn 1 in our last 8. The rest have been wins. So we will wait and see. Hope you have enjoyed. As always, please be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.